Classmates, Professor Mohammed. My name is Vincent Johnson, and I'm about to do my presentation for this week's homework. My audience is my son Vincent, a good friend Rick, and my girlfriend Terry. This afternoon I'll talk to you all on the subject of bath salts, which is a designer drug that that a lot of people just became aware of in the year 2012. Drug enforcement agencies has now considered it a Schedule I drug, a drug that's a killer. And the drug is made up of no one particular substance, is made up of many different substances, and only a handful of them have been discovered by medical doctors. These substances can be found in your kitchen sink, in your medicine cabinet, and many other places, out in your shed where you find your fertilizer and stuff to plant plants. These things are put together and they create what is known as a Schedule I drug. They have such names as Ivory Wave, Purple Wave, Lunar Wave, Vanilla Sky, Purple Bliss, Blue Silk, Cloud 9, Drone, Energy 1, Meow, Meow, Ocean Burst, Starburst, White Dove, White Knight, and White Lightning. I'll give you a little bit of information on one of the situations that was brought, well known, and you can find it on PBS. A young man one afternoon did some of these designer drugs, snorted some of these designer drugs, and about maybe 30 minutes after snorting the drugs, he began to hallucinate. And what he did was he went in the kitchen after he snorted the drugs, and he looked out the kitchen window, and he started screaming and telling his parents that the house was surrounded by police. Well, the parents immediately went into the kitchen, looked out the window. There was no one out there. This drug right here is a very powerful drug. Again, I say it's a designer drug. It's a psychoactive drug, and psychoactive drugs are drugs that can penetrate the blood-brain barrier. The blood-brain barrier is an area that's around the brain that's supposed to filter certain drugs to keep them from getting into your bloodstream. But this drug right here, like cocaine and ecstasy and heroin and opium and some other drugs, those drugs can penetrate the blood-brain barrier and give you some really euphoric, hallucinated effects, unwanted effects. So, but this drug right here that we are speaking of, the bath salts, is much stronger. It's worse than ecstasy, cocaine, or opium, or heroin. It's much more. You're craved for it a lot more. It has a very quick onset as far as effectiveness. So, like I said, in the year 2012, this drug came about because people were doing them, ending up in the emergency room, and no one was aware of what they were. So, and the drug can also be bought like in convenience stores or the mini marts. These places are called Hooga houses, and they come in little small packs, look like a pack like an applesauce pack, or you can get them in packs that looks like Advil pack, 2-pack of Advil, but it comes in a powder form. It's a white powder form. It's a crystal-looking powder-like, very white and crystal-like, and it's very damaging. And so, like I said, they haven't discovered all of the substances. They only found a handful of the substances that makes up this this designer drug, and they have taken them off of the market. One of the drugs, substances that make up this drug, comes out of Africa. It's called COTS. And it's an illegal drug that's not allowed in the United States. And how the DEA found out about this drug COTS that came out of Africa, a lady went on vacation, went to Africa, and came back with a big bag of this stuff, and began to sell it. You know, like out of a convenience store. She would pack it and would sell it. DEA found out about it, And then once they found out about it, they arrested her and then took the drug, and it's been banned out of the United States.
One of the leading scholars.
One of the leading scholars over at the VCU College here in Richmond, Virginia. He is on the cutting edge of looking up and finding out what some of these substances are. Like I said, he himself has discovered a handful of the substances that makes up this designer drug. I'm going to end my presentation on that note. And some of the work sites that can be you can find some of this information is under Burning Tree, ND, bath salts, abuse and use. I retrieved it on March 16, 2013. Another one of the websites is Burning Tree, http://www.burningtree.com, bath salts and abuse. Another one of the websites would be under Maximilian M, bath salts drug trend. Another site would be the partnership at drugfree.org. I'm going to conclude my presentation on that note. Thank you very much for your attention.